Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Valaverse Action Force Special Ops Gear Pack version 2. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here we have on the top flap, Valaverse Action Force. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. Then on the front, Action Force, some nice artwork of the gear in use. 14 and up, Spec Ops Gear Pack, Valaverse. Figure not included. On the bottom, Action Force, don't give it to babies, Valaverse. Small fine legalese print. Art and design of the packaging, people, created by Bobby Vala. Made in China products, colors may vary, and a barcode. On this side, artwork and the Action Force symbol. On this side, Action Force and the Action Force symbol. And on the back, it tells you the contents, some body armor, a helmet, some earmuffs. Actually, they're radio stuff. A scarf, or I don't know exactly what you'd call it. It looks like a scarf to me. Some alternate weapons. Some holsters. That's nice. Night vision, smoke, and blast effects or muzzle effects. And a knife. Stabby, stabby. For additional Action Force products, scan that. Or go to Valaverse.com. Follow Valaverse on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Cut and save action points. You get one with this and Valaverse. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the Spec Ops Gear Pack female version. Here we have handy dandy tweezers to help us take a look at some of the smaller bits, like this smoke effect. So that's pretty cool. Those are even starting to show up in Marvel Legends now. Not the Valaverse ones, but smoke effects for barrels. Then we have this muzzle flash. And it's a little bit different than ones we've looked at before. It doesn't have quite the red or orange in it. And it's not quite as translucent looking, at least to me. And then here is another one that's pegged just like the one we just looked at. And again, this one doesn't look quite as translucent as what we've seen in the past. So we've got a small and a medium. And then here is the large one, and it is with a port instead of a post. And again, it doesn't quite look as translucent as the other stuff. And the colors don't seem to be as dark. Yeah, the darker colors don't seem to be as dark, rather. And here we have a leg holster. And here we have her belt. And this is nothing we haven't seen before. I think it appeared in this kit before. We saw it in some other stuff that we recently looked at, like the Pandora upgrade kit or gear kit, gear pack. But I want to say we've seen this before. I think Pandora actually came with this, and Eclipse did as well. I want to say. I'm not going to swear to that. And next up we have the obligatory neckerchief. Nice molded details in there. And then we have her primary weapon, which looks kind of like an AK. I could be mistaken. I'm not as up to date on this type of stuff as I used to be. And then here we have the magazines for that gun. There's 3 of them. They're all the same. Banana clips. And let's see if we can figure out how they go in here. Like that? Nope. Like that? Yes. So, there we go. It does have a foldable stock on it, but it doesn't fold. It's just molded detail on this. And speaking of molded detail, it does have some nice molded detail to it. And again, there are 3 of those ammo magazines. Next up, we have her knife, molded in black plastic. Nice silver paint app on the blade there, just not the whole blade. Then she does have 2 sidearms that are supposed to be, I guess, the same sidearm, or you could use them as different though. So here's one that she can be firing, and then here's one that needs to be reloaded because the ammo has been expended. Next up, we have her tactical vest, and you can see it's got some paint apps on it just to kind of break all that black up. Some, I won't say light gray, but it ain't dark gray either. And then nice paint app here for this carbiner. And then last up, we'll take a look at the helmet. And it is appropriately sized for the female special ops or any of the hooded female troopers. I don't think like Eclipse or Pandora or Gemini could wear this because of their hair. But it does have some pieces to it. It does not have armor pieces like the male version, but it does have 2 headsets for over the ear. One of them has a mic on it, and just like the male headset, you plug it into that back port there. And these are okay. I do kind of wish it had the armor pieces as well, so you had a little bit of say in, you know, whether she's communicating or incommunicado. And then lastly, we have the night vision eyes, goggles, eyepieces, and it does have nice molded detail on it. And you'll notice it has a square post there, and it fits into this square port on the helmet, and it can go one of 2 ways. It can go like so in the up position, or you can flip it over and it can go in the down position where the special ops trooper is using it. Well, that, my friends, is a look at the gear pack. Next up, my friends, we're going to see how the gear pack works with the figure, and I've already taken the liberty of removing the figure's head so that we won't have as hard a time getting this gear on. And as I have said before, if you've watched any of my upgrade packs that have these belts, probably the easiest thing to do is heat it up and pop the top piece of the torso off and then slide the belt down on there, but I don't do all that. I just take a little bit of time and move the belt up, and it can be a little patience taxing, so just be patient with it. And I'm not going to ask y'all to be patient with it. I'm going to do this off camera. Alright, now we've got that belt all taken care of. And then we can take the knife and just put it in the sheath there. And it fits very tightly. And then next up, I guess we can put the leg holster on, and pretty much the same thing. Just slide it up the leg, be patient with it. And again, I suppose you probably could heat it up and pull the leg apart right there at the thigh swivel. But I don't like to do that unless I absolutely have to. And in this case, I don't absolutely have to. Again, it might make my life a little bit easier, but it's not that difficult to get this leg holster on. Not nearly as difficult as the belt. And I survived getting the belt on, so... Alright, there we go. Got the leg holster in place, so we can take the sidearm and just put it right in there. And then next up, I suppose we can put the vest on. And the vest, while it is flexible, the plastic is just a tad bit hard. So it's stiff and flexible. And I hate the way that sounds. And then just get the arm straps over the neck. You might have to move the ball joint out of the way. And then once you have the vest on the torso, there's the two ports, there's the two mushroom pegs, and you just put those together, and they fit okay just pushing them in there, but you may have to get something to put on the inside and push back just a little bit, and I'll do that off camera. And now we've got the vest all on there, and it does leave a little line right there just because of the paint, but it's not super noticeable, and you can line up the peg in the back with the hole in the vest there if you have a backpack for her to use. Next up, let's get the neckerchief on there, and it just slides over the neck, and once you have on there, you can pop whichever head it is that you use on there. And I'm going to do this off screen. And there we go. Now that we've got the head back on the figure, we can take the helmet and just pop it right on there. And now, my friends, it does appear like she's ready for action. There you have it, my friends. There's the figure who won't stand up now. And her helmet fell off. That's always fun. There she is, my friends, all kitted out. Except for the machine gun, which I forgot. And what you do with it is just Pop it in that trigger finger hand, and now she's ready for action. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Valaverse Action Force female Special Ops Trooper with Special Ops gear with the Valaverse Action Force female Steel Brigade and the Valaverse Action Force Joe Fest exclusive Warpath Eclipse. Here we have the Valaverse Action Force female Special Ops Trooper with the female Special Ops gear pack with the G.I. Joe Classified Series retro carded Scarlet and the G.I. Joe Classified Series Agent Helix. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Valaverse Action Force female Special Ops Trooper with the female Special Ops gear pack, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee from the G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander from Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, and for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Special Ops gear pack for the female Special Ops figure, I have to say, I do wish it kind of matched up a little better with the male counterpart to this. And not to say coming with the same weapons, but maybe if they both had the thigh holsters, or maybe if they both had the belt holster, you know, and the fact that this kit has a few paint apps on it just to help some details stand out. I kind of wish the other set had that too, or vice versa, that this one just, you know, was solid black. So again, that they matched up a little better. And, you know, it's not that I don't like this set. I do like this set. I think it really adds value to your basic Special Ops figure. I guess the biggest issue that I have with this figure is not necessarily the helmet itself, but I do wish it would have come with the armor pieces like the male Special Ops gear pack did, rather than just the headset with the mic. And you know, there's no radio on this pack, so who's she communicating with anyway? I mean, that's a little weird, unless it's a little miniature radio inside the vest or something with no antenna. I'm not sure exactly how that works. Now, I will tell you this, the neckerchief part does not work with the headset pieces. I couldn't get the helmet to fit straight, and maybe that's just me, but I couldn't get the helmet to fit straight like I wanted it to with the neckerchief piece on there, so that's why she's not wearing it. And one thing I did forget to mention when I was going over stuff is that on the front of the vest she has 2 ammo pouches, and the 2 extra ammo magazines do fit in there, and you can kind of see that now as it comes around. But overall, it's a fine set. I just think there's some omissions to it, and I don't know, maybe that's how it's meant to be, or you know, maybe they just didn't want to put in the tooling for the belt that the male had. So honestly, I don't know. I don't know the inner workings of Valaverse and how they do things. But again, I do think this is a good set, and it does add value to this figure. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you. But only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content, or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.